Welcome to Finding Alara, a safe space where authors, artists and creatives share their world-building style and mindfulness tactics. Brought to you by Bushland Castle Productions, a micro-publisher with an author support platform that nurtures creative growth and storytelling excellence. Welcome to the Indi Author Book Fair Minisode series. All of these interviews were recorded as a live stream from the Indi Author Book Fair on the 30th of November 2025 in Bunbury. Each minisode will have the live interview component with myself or Paul van der May from Forest.chat and an excerpt from one of their creative works which may just inspire you to have a closer look at what is available in the indie book world. Feature guest 15 of 27 is Natasha Madden. Natasha is an author based in Perth, Western Australia. She has had a lifelong love of reading, beginning in her childhood, where she would often immerse herself in the pages of fantastical worlds. Natasha's imagination would often take her on journeys of adventure, where she would dream of being a female knight, rescuing princes, running with wolves, and flying with dragons. As she grew older, Natasha's passion for reading turned into a love of writing. She would spend hours crafting her own stories, drawing inspiration from the books that she had read as a child. Her writing reflects her fascination with the fantastical and her desire to create rich and immersive worlds that readers can get lost in. Her first book, Chosen by Destiny, which is the first book in the Finding Sanctuary series that currently has 5 books in it, has the hook, a hidden bloodline, an ancient order out to destroy it. The second series she wrote, which is the Crescent Moon series, currently has 5 books in it also. The first book, His Light in the Dark, has the hook, Evil Can Come in Many Forms. Her standalone, To Kill a Nightmare, has the hook, Amelia Shadowmeyer has always known her magic was different, darker, wilder, and dangerously hard to control. And her other standalone, Savage Hero, has the hook, Will she give in to the dangerous temptation of Kalis, or will she discover a way to safeguard her family without compromising her own feelings? Natasha's books are available on Amazon with the direct links in the show notes. We have done our best to clean up the audio for the interviews, but it was recorded live, so there is some noise from the crowd embedded within the files. I hope that this gives you a feel for what the energy was like on the day. I will return to your ears at the end to share my key takeaways and let you know who the next guest is going to be. Okay. So I am here with Natasha Madden, and we're going to talk about her books and what she likes about publishing. So how are you today?
I'm very well.
It's good to hear. Not too overwhelmed with everyone walking around all the time?
No, I've done enough of these now. I've gotten used to it all.
Thriving in this environment.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your books and how you found yourself on the creative path.
Well, I decided to start writing on my 35th birthday because I was out hiking with hubby and I had a few really good ideas and I was like, well, why don't I write about them? And I did, and it's snowballed since then.
Does your hubby help you with the writing? Is he your first reader?
He did start reading my books, but he's not a reader. The only books he's ever read is Harry Potter, and that was when he was 12.
Oh, you're just going to have to make sure they all come out in audio, and then he can hear
I know.
them all.
I have had a lot of people, family members don't read, and they're like, oh, if you get audio, and I'm like, oh, if you pay for it.
Not as easy as you think, is it? No. So your first book, which one's that one?
We got Chosen by Destiny up near you.
Okay, so that's
my
book
first
number one. Tell me a little bit about this and how long it took you to write.
So book 1 and 2 were written as one book, but it ended up being over 800 pages, so I split it into 2. It basically follows my version of Little Red Riding Hood and her descendants. It's got Greek and Irish mythology because I couldn't pick. I love them both. So it's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got the magical element and the shifters and the vampires and just a little bit of everything. I love.
I love it when you have an original fairy tale and you've just expounded upon it.
I've loved Little Red Riding Hood since I was,
That's your favourite one?
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
So what drew you to write in this genre? Is just that's what you're passionate about?
Yeah, I've always loved fantasy. Fantasy has been my go-to, my escape. I don't particularly like real life events, so throw me into the fantasy world, please.
So when you're on that hike with hubby, do you remember what the initial thought was?
Felt like something was watching me in the bush, and I was like, it just gave me the creepy feeling, and I had to expand on that. I don't know. You know those eyes that just, you feel like they're on the back of your neck? Yeah, those ones.
So sort of that little scary...
Yeah, but I have a very overactive imagination. Like, I used to terrify myself when I was younger as a kid, walking home from school. So
do you have any dark elements within these stories? Are they scary?
Some of them. My younger adult book that I just published in October, To Kill a Nightmare, that's like full spooky. It's got the darker elements in it. So think Sabrina Cross Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of themes. And then you've got His Light in the Dark, which is not dark romance, dark themes, like your kidnapping, your torture, your stalker, that kind of thing. And book 2's apparently even darker, but I didn't feel like it was.
What sort of spice level do your stories have?
I would say, depends on the book. My vampire romance, probably a 4 out of 5, but
Ooh.
The other ones I would say maybe a 3. Like, yeah, I don't know.
So not too raunchy.
It depends on the person and their taste, I suppose.
It does.
My mother-in-law's been banned from reading the vampire romance, so she's read all my other books and she's like, oh my gosh, but I banned her from the vampire one because that was very...
raunchy.
Yeah.
So when you first decided to become an independent published author, why did you make that decision and what was the journey like?
Well, even now I get scared by submissions and queries. I try and force myself to put them in, but back when I was first starting, I didn't think there was any chance I'd get a publisher, so I researched how to do it myself, and it took me a year, but once I got it down packed, I published my first book.
You got it out there. Do you have any plans for books coming up? So you've got the new vampire one coming up soon.
No, so I've got in my Druid series, book 3 is finished. It's with the beta readers now, so editor in February. So hopefully that'll be out in July. I'm currently writing the Crescent Moon book 3, and then I went on a tangent and started a whole new book. So instead of writing book 5 of my Finding Sanctuary series, so I don't know.
Whichever one you like the most at the time, I take it.
I tend to write a few books at a time just in case I get like a writer's block or something. I can move on to the next book and come back later.
Do you have any advice for people who are up and coming in the publishing world?
I don't know. Follow your heart and do your research.
Amazing. What's your ideal writing environment? I've seen a few of the authors are actually still writing in this white noise. So.
Oh, no.
No?
I get up at 5 a.m. and I'll write for 2 hours in the complete silence of my house with a coffee. I'm most creative first thing in the morning. I get too tired at night. But yes, I need silence. I can't write to music or any of that.
Fair cool. Everyone's different.
Yeah,
You
I
have
like my
different
silence. If I had my way, it'd be in a camp chair in front of a fire in the middle of the bush.
Fair cool. So what other merch stuff do you have on your table? You've got some bookmarks.
Yeah, I do bookmarks, I have
you can
art,
see.
and I like to match each book with a candle. So I pick the scents from a book, whether it be the main character's scents or just the overall vibe. And I have a local candle lady who makes them to my specifications.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got great names for the scents like Dark Blood and Dragons Magic and whatnot, so it really matches the fantasy theme.
That's so cool. It's really fantastic the different sorts of, accoutrement that people have had here at the fair. There's some pens over there that are in the shape of keys. Have you seen them?
No.
I know. It's worth having a look around if you have a chance. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on today. Really appreciate the conversation, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Have you finished building your story and you're not sure which pathway to choose for publishing? The Book Reality Experience is a publishing assistance service offering partnership publishing solutions to authors. We have different pathways available, and we'll recommend what we think works best for you and your story. Check out our website at www.bookreality.com for more information. Together, let's turn your book dream into a reality.
Chapter 1. Bang, bang, bang. What the? I jolt up in my bed, still dressed in last night's clothes. I check the clock next to my bed. Oh, for the love of... It's only 7 in the morning. Who in the hell is banging on my door this early? I look at the baby monitor and see Australia, sitting patiently in her bed playing with some toys, her curious eyes drifting to her bedroom door. The banging comes again, louder this time. "I know you're in there, Nezrin," yells the angry male voice, and I growl loudly, tipping my head back to the ceiling. "Bloody Marcus," I mutter. How he even found out where I live in the first place is beyond me, and even risk bothering me before my morning coffee. He has to have a death wish. I drag myself out of the bed and look over at the mirror, startling at my reflection. Anyone would think I was dragged backwards through the forest last night. And is that... Oh my God, yes. I have a twig in my hair. No wonder Grace was looking at me with concern last night. I reach up and pull it out as another round of banging starts. "I'm coming," I yell, maybe a bit more harshly than necessary, but seriously, it is early. The sun has barely risen. What does he expect? I stalk down the hall, probably stomping my feet more than necessary, and throw open the front door, glaring at Marcus. He stands there in his usual black suit. Today, he has on a light blue shirt. Marcus is a few years older than me and stands at least a foot taller, with a lean swimmer's body, close-cropped black hair, and even blacker eyes. Marcus is a good-looking guy, but don't get me wrong, but his personality sucks balls. He is tall, brooding, and bossy. "What do you want, Marcus? It's a bit early to be making house calls, don't you think?" I snap. I know why he's here, but I want to see how much he knows before I give anything away. You know, innocent until proven guilty type thing. No way am I admitting anything just yet. God damn it, Nezrin. You know why I'm here? What were you thinking? Are you really that stupid? Marcus whisper yells, pushing past me into the apartment. That just pisses me off even more. I don't like people in my space. Grace is the only exception. I grit my teeth and slam the door shut, storming after him. Marcus makes it a few steps before he rounds on me, pinning me with a lethal look which I'm sure would have most grown men running for their lives. But not me. "Well, are you going to answer me?" he demands, hands going to his hips. I wave my hand in front of me. "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a rhetorical question," I mocked. Throwing his hands in the air, annoyance coats his features. "Do you always have to be a smart ass?" "Better than being a dumb ass," I mutter, leaning back on the doorframe and crossing my arms defensively over my chest. Marcus gives me a dark look. What was that? Letting out an exaggerated breath, I pin Marcus with a scowl. "Nothing. You're being dramatic. What are you even talking about?" It is none of his business what I was doing last night. Plus, it is far too early in the morning for this bullshit. I'm not a morning person. I'm not even a people person, and especially not a Coven person. Anything to do with Coven immediately has me on the defensive. My mother's words float through my mind. They cannot be trusted. "Don't play games with me. You know what I'm talking about." "Do you know what they would have done if they caught you?" Marcus growls. I push off the wall and take a step forward, rolling up on my toes. I push a finger into his chest. "I don't answer to you or your Coven, Marcus." Movement from the hall catches my eye. I turn my head to the side where Australia now stands, looking between the two of us, her stuffed toy wolf held up to her face like it can shield her. I take a step back from Marcus, shooting him a glare, and turn to scoop her into my arms. "Good morning, gorgeous girl," I whisper in her ear, then rub my nose on hers. Australia grabs the hair on either side of my face, pulling me closer so she can nuzzle my neck. This girl, goodness, I love her so much, and she's mine, my sweet girl. She pulls back and looks at me, her big blue eyes, my sister's eyes blinking once. That sharp pain pierces my chest again, Is it ever going to get any easier?
The excerpt you just heard was part of Chapter 1 from Chosen by Destiny. I have a few questions. Why does she have twigs in her hair? What happened to her sister? If there's a coven involved, then we know there are going to be witches. But why does she need to stay away from the coven? I'm going to have to add this story to my TBR so I can get those answers. My first takeaway was the cool merch that she had on her table. She really looked outside the box. Having fantasy-themed bookish candles was a great idea. My second takeaway was her tip, follow your heart and do the research. My third takeaway was when she was talking about how she pivoted with her first novel. When it was too long, she had to break it up from one massive book into 2 books. Sometimes it isn't what you expect, but there are so many options to make things work. What were your key takeaways? If you would like to carry on the conversation with Natasha, then she has a Baventi page. She also has Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. All the contact details are in the show notes along with her book information. In the next episode, you will hear from R.C. Dacker. If you are enjoying the show and would like to show some support, then please subscribe and share these episodes with a friend. Or if you want to go the next step, then you can buy us a cuppa. Head on over to ko-fi.com/findingalara. That's ko-fi.com/findingalara. There is an option for you to buy us a cup of tea for $2, or you can join the Shadow Lair for $5 a month, where you receive exclusive content and advanced information about the show. If you would like to get in touch with myself or the team at Bushland Castle Productions, then I am on Instagram and TikTok as @FindingAlara. There is a Discord channel and Facebook group called Finding Alara Podcast. The Bushland Castle Productions team are on Facebook, Instagram and Discord as BCP Creative. Or you can check out the website bushlandcastleproductions.com for the most up-to-date information. If you would like to get in touch with Chris, then he is on Facebook as Chris Ilsley, and if you want to talk to Paul, then he is on Facebook as Paul Vandermeer. He also has his own podcast, Forest.chat. The music is brought to you by @Keys of Moon Music and is called The Epic Hero. If you enjoyed listening to Finding Alara, have any questions, or just want to share your world with us, then please get in touch. Until next time, keep up the search for your Alara.